Change is hard, man. It really is. Whether it's in, a fucking game you love like RuneScape or life, change is hard. For some more than others, I suppose. And I don't know why. 'Cause let's think about certain things. The first big change you go through in life is school. Elementary to middle, it's a big change. You have like your own classes you're picking, you have a little more freedom to go where you want and stuff. Then you have changed to high school. Usually you're getting your license by then. You're having a little more freedom, individuality as a person. And it all seems exciting at that time and like, life's gonna get better. I'm gonna be able to go where I please and I'm gonna be able to go hang out with my friends more and be able to drive myself places, get food if I want to, all that. And then you just get to later in life and change just becomes terrifying, at least for me. Change with the people you've known for your entire life. You maybe see a couple times a year now. People you used to see every day for hours on end. I see, I've seen twice in the past 6 months, maybe three times. And it's hard going away, but change is necessary because we have to grow, right? That's what everyone says at least. And you feel stuck on this path that you don't know if you want to lead because what else are you going to do? What what else are you going to do if you don't go to college and get a degree? That's what everyone says you have to do. Even if you get mind-numbingly bored in all your classes and can't pay attention, it's what you have to do because what else are you going to do? Change is hard with the people you know. Maybe a person you've been talking to or like the friends you've known, but change is needed so we can grow. There's that story that Tom Hardy has told about when he was filming the movie. I forget about the British inmate. I forget the fucking name. Charlie Bronson. And he tells the story. Charlie Bronson calls him up at like 6 in the fucking morning, and he's like, "Oh, I've got a hold of you. That's awesome. How are you?" And Tom Hardy's like, "Oh, Charlie, I'm be honest. I'm not great. I just broke up with my girlfriend. I'm not doing great. It's it's been a rough go at things, you know." And Charlie Bronson, this man who fights people in prison for fun just because he enjoys it, tells him, "Do you remember the floods that happened in Wales or whatever? There were these horrible, horrible floodings that washed people out of their homes and I think probably took us several lives. There was a kid who got his leg stuck in a sewer grate, and the police were there and they couldn't get him out. And the kid was terrified and he didn't know what to do. Water was rising and rising and rising, and eventually the kid drowned." Charlie Bronson goes, "That wouldn't have happened to me though. You know why? Because I would have told him to cut it off." He says the moral of this is sometimes you have to cut a little piece of yourself off so you have room to grow. And in the its own heinous sort of way, I mean, he's not wrong. There are times where we just need to cut a piece off to grow, but change is scary. Like, imagine if you were told, in order to save you, we have to cut off your leg. That's terrifying, especially as a child, 8, 9 years old, whatever. Maybe 13, whatever, either way. Even as an adult, that's terrifying. You're thinking, the rest of my life is going to be with one leg. What am I going to do? What if you played sports? How are you going to play sports? Am I going to be able to walk? Obviously, there's prosthetics and wheelchairs and all that, blah, 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 but When we're so focused and in the zone in the moment, we don't think about all the possibilities. We just think of all the negatives, and we just think what could go wrong and what is going wrong. And it's so hard to take a step back when we feel like we're drowning. Because when that water is rising and rising and rising, and it's about to go above our heads, we feel like we can't breathe. And you can't. That's why it's important to just talk to people. And that's why it's important to realize what's happening with you early on and to take a fucking step back. Grow gills or some shit, I don't know. But it's so hard to deal with change, especially if you're especially if it's something you've been used to for so long. That's why people going through divorce and breakups don't know what to do with themselves. They spend so long attached to this person, they don't know who they are without them. That's why dealing with death is so hard. We don't know what to do without these people we've known our whole lives. We have to learn to keep going, or else what else are we going to do? Life moves on even if we don't. And it fucking sucks. The world can't pause just for us if we need a second. And it's hard not knowing what to do sometimes, but what else are you going to do? This video is not connected in the RuneScape in any way. I can make some connection maybe. Could talk about how change in change in fucking god damn it. Change in the game is scary because let's see. Jagex once said microtransactions and up the bomb price is scary. This isn't about that. This channel's for me, not for RuneScape purposes. I just play RuneScape too much, so it's good background. Clearly I'm going through some change right now and, I felt like I needed to talk about it. It's it's hard. It really is. And, you know, if anyone actually watches this video, everyone is older than me who plays this game, so I'm sure you get it. You've gone through change and it's been fucking horrible. It's been hard. You're still here. Maybe barely. I barely am half the time. But you're still here. And sometimes I wake up and I just don't know what to do. But what else am I going to do? I went for a walk today for the first time, like exercise. I exercised for the first time today in months. It was like a mile and a half walk around my campus. Felt good. I'm gonna try and be more consistent with it, do that every day. I think the scariest thing about change that people don't tell you is, well, I guess people do tell you, but the worst thing about change is just how much it hurts in the moment. Like the moment you know what you have to do. It's the fucking Kylo Ren line from Star Wars, dude. I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it. You know what's right for you, but you're so scared of change and so scared of making that choice. You push it off for so long until something bad happens or becomes too late and you drown. You don't cut off the leg and you just let the water rise and then it swallows you whole. I think I think it's very human that we are scared of change. Especially in this generation, we're so used to our norms with all the shit that's going on in the fucking government. Might all get drafted soon anyway, so not gonna matter eventually, but the blessing that is life is also a curse in the sense where I don't know where I'm going with this. Change is hard. I just had some shit I wanted to get off off my chest, I guess. For anyone that cares about an Iron Man update, I'm about a 2,000 buckets away from getting my Fury, there it is, which is quite nice. I did moons yesterday. Actually, I can send my moons log. It's fucking crazy. Hold on. I was doing moons yesterday. I got a back, 3 in a row. Little moons. It's fucking beautiful. Got the Atlatl, Spear, and dual Makihitos all in a row. Fucking orgasmic. It was like 54, 55, 56 or something, and then I took a break, but absolutely amazing. But yeah, I just want to talk about change. You know, it sucks. That's about it. Bye bye.